topic which we are covering today, okay, is unique. Normally we cover about the investment into investment products, mutual fund. We covered on insurance. We covered on asset allocation. Today I'm going to cover on something which is very very close to us and which, as Indians, have been loving it for a long period of time, not decades but centuries after centuries, and that is gold. The association of gold with our lifestyle is basically from the young age till the time we get old. We always have connected ourselves with gold. Whether we talk, we say, okay, golden years of our past centuries. Same way for investment, gold is something which comes in the number one investment avenue as and when people think about it. So the question comes up, when we were already investing into physical gold, then why sovereign gold bond? So before we get into why sovereign gold bond, I'd want to take you why this sovereign gold bond was decided by Government of India and by RBI. So sovereign gold bond scheme was launched by Government of India along with RBI way back in November 2015. One of the major reasons why government came with this idea was because, as we know, in Indians we import around 800 to 900 tons of gold, and 90% of them are imported. And what is to happen is that our precious foreign currency, okay, in dollars, is to go out of the country. Second thing is, we Indians are asset rich. By asset rich, we mean basically we have real estate, and second biggest asset is gold, but very poor on the cash. That is, we are not cash rich. Why? Because we are not investing into financial securities. Maybe it's a mutual fund, maybe it's bond, maybe it's equity, or gold, sovereign gold bond sort of products. So government thought about coming with a product which will attract attention of the people to move from physical gold to a financial gold, where they get not only the gold return, but also they get some extra. And that extra is basically the coupon which you give. There is 2.5% payable half yearly. So objective was two. One, to slowly and steadily move the mindset of people from holding physical gold to financial gold or paper gold. Second thing is getting them used to investment product where they don't attach emotional. Like we also know that we have emotional attachment to a gold. So if a family has given us a gold, okay, even if the tough time, we will redeem our mutual fund, we'll sell off our fixed deposit, but the gold will be the last product which will be sell it off. But when you have a product, a gold linked product, but in a paper form, there is no emotional attachment to it. So we look at as a mutual fund product or equity product. So there's a possibility, if suppose if need a requirement, we can always sell gold in a form of paper part of it. As I said, after crude oil, gold is the second biggest expenses on India's import. Look at it. On an average, for last 10 years, we have bought around 838 tons of gold every year. That means around 2,20,000 crore, okay, of amount of import we do just in gold. If we can save that money and utilize for some other productive purpose, it can change our demographic, it will change our productivity. And with that objective, government thought, why not we bring in people where they get a good quality paper backed by government and RBI, and more importantly, they get something extra. What is the extra? There are two important parts. First is you're getting 2.5% payable half yearly, and second most important part, which I think one of the best product in the market currently, is if you hold this security till the end of the maturity, that is till the age of 8 years, entire capital gain is zero. There's no capital gain tax. So whatever your earning is, okay, it is tax free. As you know, in equity mutual fund or in equity, now we have 10% taxation after 1 year. But in case of sovereign gold bond, if you hold it for more than 8 years, that is till the maturity, the entire gain is tax free. So this is why government thought that out of this 800 crore, 200 to 300 crores are purely in coins and bar. Most of us during Diwali, we tend up buying gold coins from the banks. Do you know how much you pay extra? It's around 10 to 16%. Yes, the moment you go to any private bank and buy that gold bar with Lakshmi or a Ganpati symbol, okay, you're paying 10 to 16% extra. And what happens? When you want to sell it, can the bank takes it back? No. As per RBI regulation, bank can't do buyback. So what is the option for you? You have to go to jeweler and sell it. But when you go to jeweler to sell it, the extra 10%, 16% premium which you paid on a gold bar or a gold coin is vanished. He's going to pay you the market price. So that 10%, 16% which you paid extra is gone. Same thing happens when you convert into jewelry. Okay, when you prepare a jewelry and more what do you call the artisan the jewelry is, you're going to pay a making charge of which is around again 10 to 20%. But when you want to sell it or you want to make it to different jewelry, you lose that 10 to 20% because the making charges is gone. So what best objective we should be? If you want to invest gold for our children for next 5, 10, 8 years, at Sovereign Gold is another excellent product to invest and earn better return. So there are few benefits of sovereign gold bond. First and foremost, it is issued by a regulator, RBI, on behalf of Government of India. It's just like government security which is issued by the government or the RBI. It is the RBI-backed government securities. So 100% safe as far as credit risk is concerned. You will always get the money from the government or the RBI. Second important part, which I already covered time and again, is you're earning extra 2.5%. If you buy a physical gold, does it give any return other than capital gain return? No, there's no physical return. You're getting 2.5%. Even if you buy an ETF, exchange traded fund, you don't get any extra income. You just get what the gold price is. But here in sovereign gold bond, you get 2.5% on your face value of the investment. More importantly, you're getting it every half year. Third, the most important part, when we buy gold in the form of jewelry or in the form of a bar or a gold piece, okay, there is always a scare that can be related to theft. So we have to go into locker. We have to keep it in locker. So there are extra locker charges. In case of sovereign gold bond, there is no locker charges. Plus, it is tradable. So if God forbid you want to sell it, you can always sell it on a stock exchange. Currently, the liquidity is not that high. However, over the period of time, once more and more people buy into sovereign gold bond, there is the attraction to the sovereign gold bond, you will see the liquidity will go up and you will be able to sell and buy any point of time when you want to buy it. And most important part, which I already told you, exempt from capital gain if held till maturity. I think it's one of the unique and most important product which we have today, which is tax-free. Okay. Like for example, if you invest in a debt fund, you have to pay long-term capital gain tax after 3 years with 20% taxation. In case of equity, after you 1 year holding is for a long term, you have to still pay a 10%. And if you hold it in a saving bank account or a fixed deposit, you have to pay as per your marginal rate of taxation. The benefit out here is if you hold it till 8 years, that is till maturity, you get entire gain is tax free. And of course, it's convenience. You don't have to go to jewelers. You don't have to figure it out what carat the gold is, what price is there is some mixed material. No, you don't have to worry about it because you're getting a 999 paper, quality paper issued by RBI. So what SGB helps is basically a convenience to buy at any point of time, convenience to sell at any point of time, with additional power of earning return, both in the form of regular return as well as capital gain. Look at how the gold has moved in last 10 years. Okay, vis-a-vis Sensex and silver. In last 1, 2, 3 years, we have seen gold has been giving positive return. Just like in equity, we see ups and down. Same goes for the gold. In India, the gold price has given a positive return compared to in USD form, simply because every year India rupee depreciates. Around 3.5 to 4% there is a rupee depreciation happening every year. As a result of that, we are getting a benefit of a positive return in gold. If you look at USD, that is in dollar terms, okay, there have been years when it has earned a negative return. Whereas in India, just because there is a depreciation, you end up getting a slightly better positive return. Like if I give you last 10 years, 20 years return of gold in INR terms, that is in Indian rupee term, it is around 10%. But if I use it in USD term, it is around 5%. So the additional 5% is basically because of the rupee depreciation. Now look at what has happened in this calendar year. January 13, when the series started for this calendar year, if you want to buy SGP, the issue price, online price was 3966. It was 3966 per gram. Look at what is the current price. Currently SGP joined, it started from 3rd of October, August, and ending on August 7. So another 2 more days are left. Current price is 5284. 5284 is the current price of SGB. And you know what is the market price currently? Today, gold in dollar terms touched an all-time high at $2,000 per ounce. The previous high was 1900. Couple of years, maybe 10 years back, it was around 1800. Today, it does 2000 and is about $2010 per ounce today. Why? I'm going to cover it next slide. The question is, there has been increase in demand both in internationally as well in domestically towards gold. And look at this, in just span of 7 months, gold, absolute return of the gold has increased by 35% as on date. And if I take today's rate of 2010, so it will go to 40% now. So, and most important part to tell you is the previous series, the July 6 to July 10 series, which came at 4,800 rupees per gram. Okay, it has generated highest ever SGB mobilization. RBI mobilized around 2,000 crore. 2,000 crore was mobilized in the July series, and I won't be shocked to see similar numbers coming in for this series also, because slowly and steadily people have understood that I need to diversify my investment. I need to move from physical gold to a paper gold, where I'm getting a multiple benefit which a physical gold is not giving me. Yes, gold price tend to be volatile. There have been period of no returns. Okay, if you look at dollar terms, there have been period of 2, 3, 4 years where gold has given negative return or no return. In India, because of the depreciation, we are slightly seeing a positive return. However, if you hold it for more than 8, 10 plus years, gold has given positive return. This is what I was talking about. This is for the calendar year SGB mobilization, sovereign gold bond mobilization. So around 210 crore was mobilized in Jan 20. It came down to February 165. But look at the trend. Since March, when we started having this COVID issue and the volatility in the market, there has been a huge demand coming for SGB. From 300 crore, it has moved to 2,000 crore in July series. That's the highest ever. The previous highest was in May, 1,168. And why this happening? Because in last 1 year, that is still as on June, 45%, gold has moved up by 45%, and still people are buying in. Why? Because the volatility in the market, global economic growth, global economic stimulus, the way the organization, the government have taken some action. Yes, from a short term, it looked great, but it can have a potential of creating a huge inflation in the future. Because what I'm doing today is I'm pushing money into the economy. And if there is supply is lower than the demand, there is a possibility of an inflation, which currently is low, but going forward, it may come up and it may be steep. So people are worried that in going forward, okay, the economy is not going to be that supportive or great. Plus, there is chances of inflation. People want to move into a product which during the high volatility tend to perform higher, plus where the confidence of the people are higher. This is the trend for last 5 years, 6 years. As I said, the sovereign gold bond was started in 2015, 2016, November 15 to be precise. And look at the mobilization. In 2016, 2017, the highest mobilization of 3,400 crore, then it dipped. But in last 2 financial year, we have again seen huge mobilization. 5,000 crore has been already mobilized in this financial year. From April till July, already 5,000 crore has been mobilized. Whereas we are talking about entire 12 months for previous 4-5 years. In this financial year itself, we have mobilized 5,000 crore, and there is the expectation that we may see another 5,000 crore happening by end of this financial year, because people have understood that this is one of the best product to invest, where you get gold return and also a fixed income return. Look, as I said, that around 5,100 crore against all the previous financial years. So let's talk about few features of sovereign gold bond. I believe most of you may be aware of it, but there could be some people who may be knowing this SGB for the first time. So who is issuing it? It is issued by RBI on behalf of Government of India. You heard about GSEC, Government of Securities. Again, it is issued by RBI on behalf of Government of India. So it's a 100% sovereign backing. So there is no chances of default from government or from the RBI. Tenure is an 8-year bond. So when you invest, please come with the investment horizon of at least 8 years. It is listed on a stock exchange, but I said the liquidity is not that great. As of today, it's not great. However, there is a liquidity platform available made by RBI in the 5th year, 6th year, 7th year. So you have to go to RBI and submit it and you get the money. But please note that if you go at 5th, 6th, 7th year, it will be treated as capital gain. You have to pay capital gain tax. Whereas if you hold it till the maturity, that's the 8th year, it is just hold for 1 more year, and till the 8th year, entire capital gain is tax free. How much can one buy? If you are an individual, you can buy 4 kg. You can buy 4 kg per financial year. Per financial year, you can buy as an individual or as a Hindu undivided family, you can buy 4 kg. If you are a trust, you can buy up to 20 kg per financial year. And financial year is basically April to March. There is a fixed rate of interest of 2.5 payable semi-annually on a nominal value. I'm using what is the nominal value and what is the discounted value. You know, I just said about this price. Current price of issuance is 5284. This is a discounted. If you're buying online, you have to pay 5284. If you're buying physical, you have to pay 5334. So there is a discount of 50 rupees. So the interest you are paying to government, say if I'm buying 1 gram, I'm paying 5284 to buy 1 gram of SGP. But RBI is paying 2.5 on 5334. Not on 5284, it's paying you 5334. That's the face value and not at the amount you're buying. So you're getting actually on a higher amount, the nominal price or face value, you're getting the rate of interest. So that's one more addition benefit of the SGP. How is this price calculated? There is an association called Indian Bullion and Jewelers Association. Okay, so that's the average every day, morning and in the evening, this publish the price, gold price for various characters like 999, 995, 990. Okay, and so basically RBI takes the last 3 average of the price before at the time of issuance, and at the time of redemption, it will take the average of these 3-day prices and give you the payout. An issuance form, it is in the form of demat and of course in the physical form. But my personal request would be, please have it in demat form. It has multiple advantages to have in demat form. One is basically there is no chances of misplacing the document or forgetting about it. Because if they're in the demat, whenever you look at the demat statement, you know, okay, I have the holding in my sovereign gold bond. Second benefit of sovereign gold bond is because you have demat account, it will be linked to a particular bank account. The interest as well as maturity amount will come to the demat to the bank account which is linked to your demat account. So it's always better you have it in a demat form. It's always better to have any securities in current market situation, okay, to have it in demat form because it's for easy transfer from one person to another person. Secondly, most importantly, basically you can keep a track of all your investment. And I said tradability, yes, it is listed on the stock, it will be listed on the stock exchange and you can buy and sell. So finally, what are the advantage of SGP vis-a-vis physical gold and gold ETF? I have covered in my session, but just for the purpose of repetition, safety. In a physical gold, you always have a risk of handling physical gold. You know, there's a possibility of misplacing it or theft, which is not a case of a gold ETF or a sovereign gold bond, where it is lying in a physical form, in the demat form or in a physical paper form. Purity, there is always a scare that when I'm going to a particular jeweler, okay, whether he's giving me a 18 karat gold or a 22 karat gold or a 24 karat gold, okay, it's very, very difficult to gauge. So whereas in case of an electronic form, you know, you're getting the price of particular segment, 999 or 9995, that is 18 karat or 22 karat or 24 karat. Look at the interest income. In a physical gold, you don't get any interest income, neither you get in gold ETF or gold fund. Whereas in sovereign gold bond, you're getting a 2.5% payable semi-annually every year for next 8 years. I want to take some time, pause here for some time. You know, majority of us are having money lying in our saving bank account. You know, earlier the saving bank account used to give us 4% return. But if your money is lying in a State Bank of India, do you know what is the saving bank rate today? Is 2.75. 2.75 is the rate of interest in a saving bank account, not a 4%. If you're keeping in a HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank, it is 3.5, 3.25. 3.25. So it's not 4% anymore. So you start putting money or keeping money, idle money lying for next 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years. Better invest in a sovereign gold bond. At least you'll get 2.5% plus the gold return. Capital gain tax, if you hold it for more than 3 years, it is treated as long-term capital gain for physical as well as gold ETF, as well as for sovereign gold bond. If you're holding less than 8 years, you have to pay 20% with indexation. However, if you hold the sovereign gold bond till the maturity, that is till the end of 8th year, entire capital gain is tax-free. Just to give you an example, in November 2015, when the first sovereign gold bond came in, the rate was around 2,600 rupees per gram. From 2,600, it's already 5,200 now. So that is 100% capital gain. It's more than 3 years now. But if I'm holding, say, assuming I completed 8 years today, so entire 2,600, the 100% capital gain is tax free for me if today was the maturity date for me. So we expect the gold to continue moving up. Okay, not necessarily in the same rate it has grown in last 2-3 years, but definitely at 5 to 8% level, what has been seen in the last 10, 15, 20 plus years. Tradability, yes, there is conditional because you don't know, all the jewelers may not buy from you. As I said, in case of bank, if you buy a gold coin, the bank will not buy back the gold coin from you. You have to go to jewelers and sell it. Gold ETF as well as sovereign gold bond, they are tradable. More importantly, in case of sovereign gold bond, 5th year, 6th year, and 7th year, you can go to RBI and get the money. Storage cost, since you don't have to have a locker, okay, there is very, very low storage cost. Whereas in case of physical gold, you have to have insurance, plus you have a locker cost. And locker today costs anywhere between 6,000 to 10,000 rupees per annum. So that's an additional cost which you're going to pay for locker. Collateral, yes, you can give a physical gold as a collateral, same for sovereign gold bond, but ETF is not available for collateral. You can invest to any one of them, okay? Whereas in case of sovereign gold bond, it is available, you can buy through your broker or through your bank. And what are products? Okay, in gold ETF, we have Reliance Gold Bees, now of course not Reliance, now it's Nippon, and Gold Kotak Gold ETF, whereas SGB, it is issued by RBI. So what is the outlook for gold? The gold price has started to show bullish sign for last few weeks and last few months and 1 year or so. Let me be upfront with that, because Motila also had taken a call last year and said go long on the gold, and it has been very, very successful for most of the clients who have bought into the advice. And even today, the advice from our gold team is the gold is expected to move up even higher, even at this level. Okay, currently it is around 54,000 rupees per 10 gram. There is expectation it will go up to 60,000 rupees also. So as I said, today it is trading at the highest level, 2,000 plus. Okay, and why this is happening? One, because uncertainty of global economic outlook. Okay, as you know, in last 2-3 years, global economy across, be it China, be it US, be it India, we have seen there have been the turmoil both on the political front and as well as economic front. And post this pandemic, okay, we are seeing serious issue across the globe, excluding the China market. But slowly and steadily, there is a worry that we may see a second wave. And if that happens, what could be the repercussion on the financial market? Majority of people are not aware of it. Okay, it's just wait and watch. Why there is a demand for gold again coming in? Because in last 6 months, the amount of stimulus, the money which has been pushed by the central government is humongous, is higher than what it was in 2008. The worrisome is because end of the day, you're pushing money today. But if the supply is not able to cope up, okay, it's going to pull into a higher rate of inflation going forward. Okay. Plus, people have started understanding that they need to save money. So they are not spending. There is no demand coming on that front also. So we are facing a scenario where people who were not saving in last 3 months, 4 months, when we are in lockdown, working from home, suddenly we found that we can save a lot of money and not spend on something which is not needed. At the same time, from a manufacturer perspective, they are saying that demands are not coming up, but the inflation slowly and steadily will come up, and then it could be a huge impact for them going forward. Of course, there is a lot of survey going on. What sort of recovery will be? Some people talk about V-shaped recovery. There are some U-shaped recovery. There is a case for W-shaped recovery. Now, which alphabet with the recovery will be? But definitely one thing is very, very clear, that we are in an uncertain time, and this uncertainty will be there for at least for next couple of months or maybe quarters, if not years. And some of people who are looking at the financial market, they have given up on 2020. Okay, they said don't expect 2020 any big return, but look from a stability. As far as possible, let's ensure that we keep investing regularly. Let's not take call based on what happened in last 5 months or 6 months. So stay invested into, but also need to diversify. You can't be 100% long in equity. You can't be 100% long in debt. Like in last 2-3 months, debt return, like if you look at some of the debt return, like GSEC return, it has given 10, 15, 20% return. And suddenly there is a rush. People are moving and buying into debt fund. But please understand, our fiscal deficit is in bad shape. Okay, inflation is already at a 5%. What if government has to borrow more? Inflation goes up. All this debt fund which you have invested today, which has given 10% or 15% return, they may end up giving next 1 year return could be negative. Could be negative. I'm not saying it's possible, but it could be negative. So please don't rush and say I'm going to be 100% debt now because I'm not comfortable with equity. Same way, you can't say, okay, I'll be putting 100% in equity because there is volatility, there is uncertainty. You need to have proper asset allocation. So you need to have some amount of equity. You need to have some amount of debt. You also need to have some amount of gold. In case of physical gold volume, people say, we say don't have more than 5 to 10%. But in case of sovereign gold bond, if there is a matter of equity, sorry, it's a matter of debt plus a gold return, one can look at having between 10 to 15%, but not more than that. Please understand, gold by itself does not give any return per se. It's purely based on demand and supply. Because today there is an uncertainty in the market, so we are seeing gold price going up. So just because gold price has given 35% return in last 7 months or in last 2-3 years has given upward of 20% return, don't rush up. If you're already invested into gold in physical form or in gold ETF or into SGB, do not have more incremental money coming into SGB. If you're not investing any money into sovereign gold bond or into gold, then the best instrument to get the benefit of gold returns and to earn a good financial product return, please invest into SGB. Finally, please understand, gold is an inflation hedge. Internationally, it's an inflation hedge. In India, it is inflation plus currency hedge. As I said, in India, the rupee, whether the gold price for there's the dollar price for the gold, which I said USD 2000 per ounce, and there's the depreciation of rupee. So you get a benefit of both, and as a result of that, in last 10, 15, 20 odd years, we have seen gold has given around 9 to 10% return, similar to what we have seen in equity. However, just understand that if and when the market stabilizes globally, okay, the demand for gold may come down. As a result of that, if the gold price in USD falls down and rupee appreciate, you'll see faster reversal of gold returns. Okay, please understand, if there is something positive, it can be negative also. So when you invest in gold, 10 to 15% is sufficient at this particular point of time. Ideally, gold investment into your overall portfolio asset allocation should not be more than 10%. So this is a summary on gold, sovereign gold bond issued by RBI. You're getting 2.5% payable semi-annually. 8 years is the lock-in period. Please come with the investment horizon of minimum 8 years. So minimum, that's the maximum 8 years. Okay. Minimum investment is 1 gram, maximum 4 kilo for individual and HUF per financial year. Who can buy? Resident individual, HUF, trust, university. The important part is basically is this: the 2.5 assured annual interest, guaranteed by Government of India, zero risk of handling. You don't have to worry whether it's 18 karat or 22 karat or 24 karat gold you're getting from the jeweler. You're 100% sure about the quality, price, assurance of the purity, tradable on BSE and NSE, can be used as collateral for loan, no capital gain tax if you held till maturity, and of course, no maintenance, no insurance or no locker charges. For this quarter of calendar year 2021, we already had July series close last month. Currently, from August 3rd to August 7th, the series is going on. Okay, so we have 3 more days, today, tomorrow, and day after. So if you are not invested, my personal request is to please go out and invest into sovereign gold bond. Yes, it is at 5,200, but you never know when it comes to the next series, which is on August 31st. It may be even higher prices. It could be at 5,400, 5,600, or even 6,000. One can't say at what price could be, because the gold price is fixed based on the market price just 3 days before the issue. So just last 3 days before the issuance, the gold price was trading around 5,200, and that's why gold price has been fixed at 5,200 by RBI. So that's all from my side. Wish you all the very best and hope you take care of yourself, your family, and stay safe. And please always, I keep on saying, please have asset allocation in place. Asset allocation makes a huge impact. Okay, don't move your position just because market looks good in one side. Okay, please look at the market from 10-year perspective. A decade is a sufficient time frame. So always look at the market from a 10-year time frame perspective and invest according to your risk profile, your risk taking ability, and of course your goal. And for that, asset allocation is the prominent, important, mandatory step for you to do. That's all from my side. Thank you very much. Now we'll start taking the Q&As. Please, if you have any Q&A, please put it on the Q&A section, please. There is a question from Sachin Group. How and when client gets interest on gold? Sachin, this is paid half yearly based on issuance. Like for example, now the series of August is going on. So after the end of 6 months, you'll be getting 2.5% for 6 month interest rates. In demand account, can we use SGB for pledging? Yes, you can use SGB for pledging purpose. How can we buy SGB in demand? Do we need to buy in ETF form? As I said, you can buy sovereign gold bonds. Say for example, if you're already a customer of Motilal Oswal, just call up your dealer and he'll buy it on your behalf. Okay, it's just easy. And hopefully when the August 31 to September series comes in, at Motilal, you will be having SGB on app as well as on web. So you can buy just like you're buying today the stocks. Okay, you'll be able to buy SGB on the app of Motilal Oswal as well as on the website of Motilal Oswal. We are working on it. It's on the testing stage right now. We wanted to go live, but due to some delay, we'll be start doing it at 100% testing. We'll be launching in the August series, August 31 to September series. So you can call up just your dealer and you can buy SGB, and it will come directly into your demat account. There is a question from Anita Bhatia. I had invested online via PNB, but it was not credited to my account. Ma'am, it takes around 15 working days. It takes around 15 working days for your demat account to be credited due to COVID issue. Okay, even at the RBI. Okay, because of staff shortages. Okay, it is taking delayed. Normally it happens within 7 working days, but now it is taking minimum 15 plus days. So within 1 month, definitely you'll be getting the credit into your bank account. Salil Chokshi, is it good idea to buy SGB from secondary market as they are available at discount? Salil, yes, definitely you can look at buying SGB from the secondary market. But the question is, please understand the liquidity is very low. So say, for example, if you want to buy 100 grams or 200 grams, but the person selling it may be selling 1 gram or 5 gram or 10 gram. As a result of that, your cost of buying over the period of time may increase. Plus, you're going to incur broking charges. Whereas when you buy in a sovereign gold bond at the time of issue, you don't pay any broking charges. Please understand, when you buy sovereign gold bond at the time of issue and when you sell it at the maturity, there are no broking charges involved. Secondly, there is no management fee. RBI does not charge any management fee. Whereas in ETF, there is a management fee involved. In case of physical gold, there is a insurance charges or a locker charges if you are using a locker or buying gold for it. Rakesh Agarwal, interest is paid in bank. Yes, Rakesh, the interest will be paid by RBI into the bank account linked to your demat account. So every 6 months, you'll get the credit of SGB into your bank account, which is linked to your Demat account. That's why I said it's always preferable, and I'll say it should be mandatory. Actually, it should be made mandatory by RBI that everyone should invest only in Demat form. Please ensure if you have any physical, get it converted into Demat form, because it has two benefits. One is basically you can buy and sell at any point of time through stock exchange. Second, since it's going to be Demat account, you can see what's the buying price, what is your market price currently. And third and most important part is, as and when there is an interest payout, it will be paid to your bank account, which is linked to your Demat account. And at the time of maturity, the maturity amount will be paid to the bank account, which is linked to your Demat account. Whereas in a physical mode, if you change your bank account or something, it's very difficult to get that money or keeping a track of it. So my personal humble request would be to is buy sovereign gold bond in Demat mode only. What is the process to invest? I just said you have to just, in case of Motila Oswal, right now for this month, you have to call up the dealer and get the sovereign gold bond bought. It is as simple as that. Just like when you're buying a stock, you have to just call up and get the execution done by the next series. Okay, the series which is going to start on August 31 to September 4. You can buy on the app, app as well as on the web. Mallika Arjuna Murthy, can we sell after 1 month if prices goes up? Sir, please don't treat gold product as a trading product just because it goes up. What if it goes down? Please understand, anything which is related to market, no one can buy with the surety that it will go up. There's always possibility of correction. There's always possibility of sideways movement, and there is always possibility of going up. Now the question is, if it goes for sideways, for how long? Could be 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. Then what are you going to do about it? Please don't buy. Yes, you can sell it. You can always sell it after 1 month. But my personal request would be, if you're buying sovereign gold bond, please don't treat it as an ETF. Treat it as an investment product to be bought and kept it for a long period of time. Please understand, you're saving 20% taxation, capital gain, long-term capital gain taxation, if you hold it till 8 years. Salit Chokshi, also lock-in will be lesser depending on the series. Yes, Salil, the lock-in will be definitely in the series, because if you're buying a gold which was issued in 2015 or 2016, yes. But the question is, do you want to earn the gold return of next 8 years, or you want to earn the gold return of next 2 years or 3 years? It's all up to you. That's why I said, please look at from an investment perspective. If you're looking at trading opportunity, so every stock, every product is a trading opportunity. The question is whether that trading opportunity gives me profit or loss. Please always understand, you should always look at post-tax, post-inflation return. If it is positive, you have generated wealth. If it post-tax, post-inflation, it is negative, you have destroyed wealth. That's my simple definition. And we should be focusing on creating wealth and long-term wealth, which is sustainable, not only for me, but for generation to come. The price in exchange is come interest rate. No, it's not come interest rate. It's basically normal trading price based on gold. Anita Bhatia bought in Feb March 2020. Ma'am, then you need to check with your bank, because then it should not be. If you issued in Feb and March, you should have got it in at least in April, if not in March end. So please check with your bank where you bought it. The reason why delay of not getting your SGB into your credit. What is the short-term capital gain tax for? Okay, please understand, in case of gold, okay, anything hold less than 3 years, it is treated as short-term capital gain. So you have to pay as per your marginal rate of taxation. If you are 20%, you'll pay 20%. If you are 30%, you'll pay 30%. If you are 44%, you'll have to pay 44%. After 3 years, okay, in case of physical gold or a ETF or a sovereign gold bond, but before maturity, you will pay 20% with indexation. And in case of sovereign gold bond, we hold it till 8 years, no capital gain tax. Since SGB are locked in for 8 years, do we expect gold price to remain high for 8 years? The uncertain times will end in a year or two. Salit Chokshi, yes, you are completely right to some extent. As I told you, the gold return in last 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years and 30 years in INR terms has been around 9 to 10%. So if I'm talking about last, not 5 years, not 10 years, not 15 years, but 25 to 30 years, the gold return in INR term, that is Indian rupee term, is around 9 to 10%. In USD, in dollar term, it is around 4 to 5%. So definitely, that's why I said, don't look at that gold has given 20% return or 35% return in just 6 months. So that is the expectation. No, but I'm saying you hold it for a long period of time. Is buying through SGP or ETF the same, or does it differ? I think you have not gone through my presentation, have showcased the difference between SGP and the ETF and the physical gold. So there is a difference, multiple difference. In case of ETF, I said you don't get 2.5% interest, which are getting in SGP. Second, in ETF, there's no sovereign guarantee. Third, taxation. After at the end of maturity, after 8 years, in case of ETF, you still have to pay 20% with indexation, whereas in case of SGP, capital gain tax is 0. Fourth, in ETF, it is can't be given for pledge purpose, whereas SGP can be given for pledge. In case of ETF, why we see price differentiation between ETF or AMC? That's why I said there is some element of discrepancy between the buy and sell price. Even if you look at the NAV vis-a-vis the market price, there is a huge gap, and that's the reason I'm more comfortable right now with SGP than ETF per se. I think I already covered on investment in demat form. V1 Gold, does your team have a report? Can it be shared? There is a report which our gold team, bullion team, keep commodity, which is part of our commodity team. They keep on sharing. So kindly connect with the RM. They'll share with you a report on the gold. Yes, they've been bullish for gold since 35,000 level, and even at this level, they are bullish on it, and they expect that gold price can go above 60,000 rupees per 10 gram. Mallikarjun Murthy, I bought April SGB 10GB 10 gram at 45,000. Now price is increased at 8,000. Can I book profit by August series? So what's the benefit you're going to do? If you already have bought at 45,000, then why are you buying August series? Because when you're selling it, you'll be paying a broking charges, plus you'll be paying capital gain tax, short-term capital gain tax. So you remove that 30% if you have the 30% slab. What is the earning you're going to do? That's why I said, don't look at gold investment. That's why I always say trading and investment are two different things, and they should not be comparable. I come from a fundamental background. I come from a long-term investment background. So you will never hear talking me from a trading perspective. Okay, that's what I said. This is my personal view and the background which I come from. Okay, so would we request you to you can connect with your relationship manager who can give you from a trading perspective. But from my side, I'll always give from an investment perspective, and my investment horizon is not 1 year, 1 month, or 5 years. It's upward of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, because that's the way the wealth has been created. I belong to wealth industry for a long period of time, and have seen wealth being created, have seen wealth being destroyed. Okay, so I have seen wealth have been more destroyed in a short-term horizon than in the long-term horizon. So personally, I would request, and my humble request, that please, when you buy something, think whether you're buying for tactical purpose, that is trading, or you're buying from a strategic perspective, that is long-term financial goal perspective or asset relation perspective. So that's all I want to do, convey the message. How do you compare with Me Gold? The Me Gold, again, I said, it's a physical, you're buying into a physical, it's a digital come physical, because you can always take the delivery of it. But I said Me Gold is also, when you compare to SGP, what I'm talking about, capital gain taxation or 2.5, okay, that is not available. So only sovereign gold bond has that feature, and none of the other gold variants have that features. Outlook of 60,000 per gram. What is the time horizon? Is for next 12 months. Madhusudana Rao, sir, how much difference will be seen on Series 5 and Series 6? Ma'am, as I said, it's very, very difficult to gauge. Okay, none of us, okay, expected gold to give 35% absolute return, when in the last calendar year it's already given a 25% plus return. So thing is, this is uncertain time. So we really don't know how the things will play out. Okay, as we enter into August month, And as more and more company give their update on Q1, that is quarter one result for financially for India, or the Q2 for the calendar wise, okay, slowly and steadily we'll get an idea how the economy is faring. Second is how the COVID part will work out. Okay, there is always a talk about now going about the second wave coming in. As in India, unfortunately, we are seeing the graph only going up in case of COVID. Now we have the second highest tally in the world, just one down below USA. And if the trend continues the way it is right now, we may cross USA on the daily addition basis. Okay, that's a huge worrisome for all of us. And that's the reason I said you need to ensure that you have emergency money in place. Normally, I say emergency fund of 6 months, but looking at this new world we are living into, keep minimum 1 year, 12 months of emergency. So whatever expenses you incur for every month, including EMI, multiply by 12. Please keep that in a liquid fund or a bank fixed deposit or in a saving account. Please keep that part of it, because we are living in a very uncertain time. Okay, we have not seen such a scenario in last 100 years. Okay, because way back Spanish flu was there way back in 1920, I believe, 1920, 1919. But that point in time we didn't have WhatsApp, we didn't have any Facebook, so none of us had a communication as to how the spread was. But today, unfortunately, due to WhatsApp or Facebook, whatever news we get, okay, it gets multiplied. So the thing is, we really don't know what to believe or not to believe. And there are some organizations taking some steps to protect them, okay, which may be looking good for a short-term basis or maybe long-term basis. Like we are hearing a lot of companies doing the pay cut. There are some companies haven't done a job cut. In such a scenario, we can't play with our money. We need to ensure that each and every money, we make it count. We need to ensure we respect money. So whatever we do, take a call from a long-term perspective. Keep investing slowly and steadily. Take this opportunity, because you never know if tomorrow we get a vaccine, tomorrow suddenly the count the count which is going up, suddenly dramatic change. Okay, we may see a different scenario. But if there's a big if, so till that time we get an idea, only thing what we can do is, as I say in case of SIP, keep investing every month. Don't time the market. Timing the market is most difficult thing. Okay, most of people I heard today is that people in March have sold out their securities heavily when market came down. And what happened? It's already rebounded 50-60%. Now they're coming in. I'm hearing the sad news of a lot of people have started their SIPs and buying direct stocks, which is a very dangerous trend. And third, which I'm not sure about, a lot of people are also withdrawing their EPF money, because government has given an opportunity to withdraw for your emergency purpose. People are withdrawing money. Now we don't know whether they are withdrawing money for their emergency purpose or to invest into market. If they are doing that, then they're hitting their asset allocation badly, and it's the worst thing to do as per my personal view. So I come from a background who believe in holistic financial planning and personal finance, and that's what I want to say. So don't look at any investment, be it gold, be it equity, be it debt, from a trading perspective. Think from a long-term investment perspective for creating a long-term wealth. There is a question from Hunkar. Is the word demand based on COVID alone, or there are any other demand push factor? As I said, there are a lot. This is in a time of uncertainty. So what has happened? One is because of COVID, a lot of push of money has come into the market. Now it has created a scenario where there is expectation that inflation may go up in the future. That's one thing. Second thing is what other internationally happened and happened in India also. We have seen our repo rate cut by more than 150 basis point. Okay, same in internationally, where your rate of interest is negative. So instead of getting a 1% or 2%, now you're getting minus 1%. So what does it mean? If I go to bank, I put $100, I'll get $99 after 1 year. So instead of getting any return or getting my face value, I'm getting a low return. So what is happening is when people say, if I'm going to put 100 rupees, I'm going to get 99 rupees. Let me buy something which will give me, which will protect my money value and also give me return. And those money are moving into gold. Secondly, suddenly there is a flush of money. So people have bought some stocks, and that's why we see FANG stock has moved up rapidly. Same way, people are also moving into diversifying into gold. So there is a heavy rush of money coming into gold as well as to stock exchanges. Okay, because of lower rate of interest or nil rate of interest and flush of money. So there are multiple factors. Third and most important part is economy. Because of COVID issue, it has impacted the growth rate of all the economies. So people are worried what's going to happen next. Are we going to remain in this scenario for next few months or few quarters? And when we resume back, okay, would it be in the same strength? Maybe and may not be. A lot of us heard about it, like a lot of people are going to continue work from home maybe for one more year. So ultimately, it will have impact on demand for real estates. It will have demand for Ola or Uber. If I'm not going to office, I'm not going to use Uber or Ola. So that person who has taken Uber car or Ola car, that guy has to pay a rate of interest. If he's not earning, he's going to default. If he's going to default, it's going to impact bank. And if it's going to impact bank, their bank's NPA will grow up. If bank NPA will grow up, okay, the people, depositors who's keeping the money with the bank may get scared because we had a scare with one or two banks. They may start withdrawing. If they start withdrawing, the bank has to increase the rate of interest. So there is a huge, 36, what do you call them, a vicious circle. Okay, so we don't know how one thing will impact another thing, and we are in a world which is connected. Okay, some way or the other, whether we like it or not like it, and we are in a scenario where we are not sure what is going to happen. But then, because we don't know what's going to happen, what I'm supposed to do? Don't do anything? No, not doing anything is not the right thing to do. You have to do what you've been doing rightly. And what is that? Keep investing regularly. If you have to do nothing, then nothing would be, don't keep looking at your portfolio every day or every month or every quarter. This is not to look at every quarter, every month. You have to stay invested. We all have heard of a story about HDFC Bank giving you 25% return for last 25 years. Okay, it looks good. 1 lakh has become 100 crore, 1 lakh has become 200 crore. So the question is, how many people have earned it? If I'm going to buy at 100 rupees and sell at 200 rupees, did I make that money? No. So you are not going to make wealth by coming and going out. You have to stay invested. And this is the time is to stay invested. This is the time building on your skill set, knowledge set, on all the products which you're investing into, but not a time to look at your portfolio on a daily basis. Yes, if you have a portfolio which is very junk portfolio, good time to get rid of it. Just move out and get into good quality stocks and good quality investment opportunities. So thanks everyone for, I think I'm reaching my time. Thank you very much. And I hope this session has been insightful for you, and hopefully you will take action. Important part is action, not just knowing the knowledge. Knowledge is just a potential power. It becomes power only when you execute it. So if you found this presentation very good, and if you have gold requirement in your asset allocation, so please invest into Soaring Gold Bond. It's one of the finest product available in the market today, where you get the opportunity to invest to earn gold return plus fixed income, and the opportunity to earn tax-free capital gain at the end of 8th year. Now the best investment opportunity for this asset class. So wish you all the very best. Stay invested. Take care. Thank you very much.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.